Good afternoon. Welcome to our second community court graduation. It's quite an honor for the folks that are graduating today. Community court, for those people that don't know, is a court that actually, instead of telling people, go figure it out when we sentence you, we're actually there in partnership with Valley Cities, New Connections, other groups. The Community Caregiving Network provides bus passes for folks to make sure they get back and forth from court. And we have very supportive prosecutors, defense attorneys. Judge Robertson and I trade off community court duties because we love it so much. But today's the day we recognize 3 people for finishing the program and another person for reaching a significant milestone. So with no further ado, I'm going to allow or have people up here introduce themselves. We have some dignitaries here, and I wanted to start with Judge Robertson.
I'm Judge Rebecca Robertson. Hello. Hi, I'm Risa Wu. I'm a pro tem judge here.
I'm Jennifer Castleton. I'm the chief prosecutor here.
I currently handle community court as the prosecutor, and my name is Jennifer Zorn.
Hello, everybody. My name is Karama Hawkins Calloway. I'm head of the Public Defender's Office, and I represent the participants in community court.
Hi, I'm Susan Honda. I'm the deputy mayor here.
Bill Fuller, Commissioner at South King Fire and Rescue.
Kurt Schwan, Police Commander.
Tracy Grossnagel, Police Commander.
Thank you very much. At this point, I'm going to open it up to Ms. Castleton or Ms. Zorn, or both, to make some comments.
Go ahead, Jennifer.
This is the second one of these ceremonies that we've had, and I'm very excited. There's a second one. I'm also very excited for the participants who are here today, because everyone who is here and on this list has really done something significant that I think they should be tremendously proud of. I have given up the reins a little bit, and so Ms. Zorn has spent more of the last 3 months with all of these people, but I've also spent a lot of time with them, and it's not up to me to be proud of what you all have done, because you guys have all done so much work. I feel like in a lot of senses we are here to watch you and try to be supportive, but I think that all of you should be really proud of the work that you've done, because you've all come from very far back and just frequently astonished me with how hard you persevered through everything. I really feel like this is a great program. It's been very exciting, sometimes kind of heartbreaking, but also very uplifting a lot of the time. And it's one of the things that's honestly a little bit hard to let go of. Sitting in my office on Thursday mornings, I'm frequently sort of emailing like, who's there? How are they doing? Okay, did they come? Are they all right? So I want to say congratulations to each of you. You guys are all a big part of this. You're why we should do something like this. And I'm really impressed by all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give attention to Ms. Hawkins, who's going to make a few comments.
I always get told I talk too much. And so I'm going to keep my comments brief because I really do love and respect each participant in this program. It is transformative, not just for the people who participate in it, but because of the impact our participants have on us. How we look at our fellow human beings in times when they are at their very lowest. And for an individual to opt into a program, to trust a system that a lot of times may have failed them, to trust people in positions of power who may have failed them in the past, and to give us an opportunity for redemption. Is something that I am just so very, very proud of. I am humbled to be a part of this program. I am humbled to know each and every one of you, and I'm humbled that you have given me the opportunity to help you and to watch you through this process. I am so glad that you're here. I do feel pride for you because I am an empath by nature, but I just want to tell you that I do, at the very core, love and respect each one of you and what you've been able to accomplish. And I have more than faith. I have belief and knowledge that you are going to leave here and do great things. So with that, thank you for being here and entrusting us with your stories and with your lives through this process.
Thank you. I'm Judge Robertson. I'm the one who doesn't like to talk, so these guys have to make up for me. I want to thank you guys so much for allowing us into your lives. I know it's a real leap of faith to come in here every day and sit down across from us and tell us your stories, which are often heartbreaking and very personal, but it allows us to do a better job for you and for everybody else we see. Even if someone is not in community court, having you guys show us the vulnerability that you have and share the things that you have with us makes us realize that every person who comes before us has those stories too. We might not know about it, but we have in the back of our minds what may be going on with those folks. You never know what's going on in the background. So I wanted to say thank you so much for being willing to do that for us and with us and allowing us to help you. I can tell you that Judge Larson and I, this is the favorite part of our job. We fight over who gets to do this calendar, and we actually work our vacations around it so that we don't have to be absent from community court. So again, thank you all very much.
Thank you, Judge Robertson and Ms. Hawkins and Ms. Castle. Now, I called you by the right names right now. But again, this is something that I'm really proud of our court and our prosecutor's office and our public defense office and the participants. We've done this with no taxpayer money except for peanut butter jelly sandwiches, cookies, and apples every week. And other courts have gotten grants and things of this nature. We did it with just chewing gum, baling wire, and sheer desire and a change of attitude and approach. And the change, the impact it's had on all of us is significant too, but it's not an impact that just happened. It's an impact that happened because of you and because of the changes we saw in you. Now, Valley Cities cannot go unrecognized. Valley Cities came on board into this process right away within a very short time after an email went out asking for folks if they were interested in Valley Cities. Is once you stand up and recognize a representative of Valley Cities. And Lana with New Connections, she's been recovering from surgery, but Lana with New Connections, please stand up and be recognized. I don't believe we have anybody here from the Community Caregiving Network today, but they are significant. And then Shelley Pauls right there, there with our first graduate, Heather Gallagher. Shelley Pauls is a great volunteer. Mark Shapusky in the back has been a mentor since day one. Volunteers from the community. Janet Chance is a mentor. Why don't you guys stand up and be recognized? These guys, an example is, and I'm not going to embarrass Bridie here, but an example is Bridie was caught at the bus stop and Janet, without hesitation, went and got her so she could get her here. And so those folks make the program work, and they're volunteers from the community. And so without them, we would not be nearly as successful. The first person I'm going to have come up is somebody that I'm extremely proud of. She's not graduating today, but she wants to be able to tell her story, and I want to be able to give her something. We want to be able to give her something to recognize her progress. So Bridie Clevenger, come on up. Here you go. Again, the mic is yours. Face the audience. Whatever, just tell your story.
Did you know you were going to speak
Yes. Just tell where you were when you started and where you are now. And
Okay.
because you told us over the last few weeks about how much progress you've made. So just share with everybody what, if you wish, to the extent you want to.
Okay.
Okay?
So
Put it this way. Let me just make her feel at ease. There's not a big enough word to describe how proud I am of her personally. Okay? And what she said last week is something that she should feel very proud about, and a number of things she should feel proud about. But this is somebody that is extremely special, and she needs to be recognized. So that's just that.
Thank you.
That makes you feel more comfortable about being able to speak.
It
Okay?
does.
Okay.
Oh boy. Hi, my name is Bridie. So I opted into community court in July of last year, honestly because I just didn't want to go to jail at the time. I was like, oh, it'll give me a couple of weeks at least. But I was not expecting the things that happened. I was in active heroin addiction, and I would come sit in the court and I would cry because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to act. I knew how to show up. That was the only thing I could do at that point. Miss Hawkins, my attorney, sat with me and just let me sit there. And I got to understand that I have the most amazing group of people that support me today just by being there and letting me be who I need to be and showing me what to do, not telling me what to do. I couldn't make a doctor's appointment. I didn't know how to call and make one. I didn't know how to show up. I didn't know how to call when I wasn't going to make the doctor's appointment. Valley City sat with me and showed me how to make those appointments, what I need to do if I'm not going to show up, and then progressed me into doing it myself. But I didn't feel like I was worth anything, nothing, none of it. I would just, like I said, I would just cry. Judge Larson would sit in front of me and just sit there in front of me. And he would let me be me, but he always had something to say that meant something. He's like the wise old owl. He's no. Wise was the key word, not old. In the system that I had villainized, today I admire and I respect. I'm so worth it today, and I can do this, and I'm doing it. This is probably the biggest accomplishment I've ever made in my life. And to you guys, that might sound crazy, and it might not mean much, but to me, it means everything. I make my doctor's appointments. I get up and I look in the mirror, and I'm okay. Are days tough? Absolutely, every day is tough at some point, but I get through it, and I look forward to it because I can do it today. I have my children talk to me today. My family talks to me today. I talk to me today, which I don't avoid me. I don't spend my days locked in the bathroom. I face things head on. I am going to be able to use the things that I've had happen to me in my life to help somebody else get through it, because I started doing the peer counseling. What's the word I'm looking for? The peer mentoring. I started doing the courses, and I take the test in that on Friday, tomorrow, and then I'll take it from there. I actively go to therapy 3, 4, 5 times a week. I do my intensive outpatient treatment. I go to peer counseling on top of that. I hit meetings, as many as I can, and I just do what I need to do every day, every single day. I was a little scared they were going to kick me out of court today. I thought this was it, but it worked out for the best. I don't want to go yet. I'm not ready to go. I don't know what I would do without community court, honestly. Miss Castleton, I used to see her as the villain. She was my enemy, and she's been one of my biggest supporters in all of this. I think that I do the work. I do the work. But I've had people back me that I would have never guessed in my life would have ever backed me in ways that you guys do. It's amazing. Judge Robertson, I became attached to this lady, not on purpose, it just happened. Everybody in this room, Ms. Zorn, she's a problem solver. If you guys ever need anything done, that's the lady. I get bus passes because I can't always afford to come. I get peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every week, and that's probably the reason why I do show up. I'm not going to lie.
And that's Sue Way right there.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Our volunteers, I was telling Ms. Janet this morning, or this afternoon when I got in her truck, the very first thing I see when I come into court every week are the volunteers. And I peek around the corner, and it's like my constant. As soon as I see them, the nervousness is gone, and every day is going to be a good day. I got to meet an amazing young lady last week that is doing big things, that I know someday I will get to work with her, and we will do big things for other people. It's amazing how many connections there are with everybody that you don't realize, and everybody's got a story, and honestly, nobody in here is any different than I am. We just have a different name, and we've just been to different places. But I'm going to be okay today, I'm going to be okay tomorrow, and I'm going to be okay for the rest of my life, but I wouldn't have it if it wasn't for this place. So, thank you.
One thing that I wanted to make sure is mentioned, that Bridie, I think it was 2 weeks ago, the last time she ever relied upon medication-assisted treatment, free of any kind of drugs to help her through her addiction, because doing it entirely on her own willpower and desire. So it's something to be proud of. And now, what we got here is just a token, and there's two themes here. One's believe and one's trust, and they're rocks you carry in your pocket. Okay, don't throw them at anybody, though.
I won't. I'm gonna throw 'em.
But there's one in here that I thought might be appropriate for you, and this is referring to you, not to anybody else. What does it say?
I believe in you. Well, it says I believe in me.
Yes, there you go. Is that, now you can pick any rock you
Nope.
want, trust or that one.
This one's perfect.
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 Okay, okay. You want to go down and give? And this is because, and we keep trying to tell people that we're kind of, it's because of what Bridie did. All we did was say, hey, we're here for you. And Bridie did it all. So the next person, and I got to meet her mother and her daughter today. The next person's coming up that's on the spot is Darnetta Berry. So Miss Berry, come on up. Do you want to bring your daughter with you? Oh, she's being shy now because that's Judge Story there. So this is Darnetta Berry, and this is her daughter Story. And Story is the story in this case, really, right? From the get-go, this has been number one priority for you, and everything you've done for her. And that's something that you need to be extremely proud of. Now, Miss Berry today is graduating. She's done. And the first ceremonial thing we're going to do, and I'm not sure if it's going to be Ms. Zorn or Ms. Castleton or both, is present the order of dismissal. Ms. Castleton.
After this road, you are officially done with us. So it's dismissed. I wish you all the best. I am really impressed by you. And I really look forward to hearing great things about what you do in the future. And I hope you'll come back.
There's one more thing I'm going to give you. It's from me, and there's 3 simple rules. Do what's right, do the best you can, treat others as you want to be treated. And there's my favorite poem. And I saw some people in my hometown. I saw some people tearing a building down with a heave and a hoe and a mighty yell. They swung a beam and the sidewall fell. I asked the foreman, are these people skilled, the type of people they'd want to build? Foreman said, no, indeed, common labor is all I need, for I can tear down in a day or two what it took a builder years to do. I asked the foreman as I walked away, I asked the foreman as I walked away, what rule? Excuse me. You're right. This poem I have memorized. Anyway, I asked the foreman, are these people skilled, the type of people you want to build? The foreman answered, no, indeed, common labor is all I need, for I can tear down in a day or two what it took a builder years to do. I asked myself as I walked away, what role will I play? Will I be the type that goes around foolishly tearing down? Or I'll be the type that builds with care and hope that others will be glad I was there. So it's be a builder, okay? That's for you. And now it's your opportunity to address the group, and you can set your stuff down if you want. And then you also get to choose either trust or believe. Okay?
Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Darnetta Berry. This is my daughter, Story Robinson. I've had a little bit of a journey with community court. I knew once I opted into this program at the time, I was fighting my heroin addiction, and I knew if I opted into this program that I would get the help that I needed, as far as getting help with my drug assessments, getting into treatment, all the things that I kept procrastinating. I actually was able to. I knew that if I opted in, I would get the help that I needed. It was more of a kind of a cry for help, but a silent one, you know what I mean? I tried to be strong and independent about it. I've worked with Valley Cities before, and they are a good resource to have. I can honestly say that. Since I had kind of been through drug court before, I kind of put my first foot forward when things weren't really going the way I wanted them to go as far as me getting my assessments and things like that. So I became proactive, and I stopped working with Valley Cities, but I always knew that they were still there to help me if I needed to. But I decided that it was either now or never for me to take that step to get clean and to be there for my daughter again. So I became proactive, and I came to court, and this is the only time I would come to a court office or come to court, and I wouldn't be afraid to come into here knowing that if I had a warrant or anything like that. Like I've seen, Judge Larson squash my warrants in different jurisdictions, and just the whole vibe of coming into this courtroom and feeling that I was okay. I've never been in another courtroom that I felt like I was okay. I've never been comfortable, and I can honestly say that when I came into this courtroom and every day that I did come to court, I felt comfortable. Janet was my mentor. She reached out to me in all different types of ways. Everybody here, I didn't realize it was a lot more people that, have to deal with community court. So, I'm really appreciative, and I really am honored to say that I really went through this program. But at the same time, I met people and I held conversations with people that I probably would never held conversations with because of the fear of me having a background or doing the things that I have been doing in the past. I always thought that I wore it on my forehead, but I could actually come in here and really tell them what was going on. I can, talk to them. My attorney, I never had an attorney that I had her phone number and she would actually answer my calls no matter what it was. I would call her, talk to her, anything that needed to be done, she was there to help me, which is Karama, and I'm really appreciative of that too. And also, like I said, with the prosecutors, nobody really, I've never had a relationship with a prosecutor, so for me to have a good relationship with a prosecutor, I felt like this was something that I needed, but at the same time, I've gained a lot from this. And one thing I didn't lose is my daughter. Like he said, since day one, this is the reason why I decided, I had to get myself together. But for myself, when I went to treatment, I went all the way to Spokane, and I realized that I went there because I needed to get myself together so that I could be there for my daughter. So to go through this process and to stand here today and know that I'm clean and I have over 3 months clean, it feels good. And to know that there's all these people that actually care, it makes me feel good. And I'm just happy that I was able to, go through this process and I made it, and I still have my daughter and she still loves me no matter what. So I just thank you.
Judge, you want to say anything about anything to add to Ms. Berry?
I think she had said everything.
Anybody want to add anything, any good tidings?
We want you to come back. We wish you the best of luck. We're so proud of you.
Come back as a mentor, though, don't.
Right, well, yes. No, but we always love, just like Heather comes back, we want to know how you're doing. We care about you a lot. And I want you to bring Story, too.
I will. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Story. Judge Story. She got a picture earlier of the robe on, so. And pick, yeah, you can pick what. Okay. Thank you. So Judge Robertson, do you want to do the next one? Oh, okay. So the next person that's going to come up, this might be out of order, is Emily Johnson, Ms. Johnson. Yeah.
I am so proud and so happy I get to do this. And here is your order of dismissal of your cases. And you have inspired me, and I've learned so much from you, and I just wish you all the best. Mm-hmm.
And so, the floor is yours.
Okay. Hi, my name is Emily Johnson. When I entered into this program, I too was desperate for help and didn't know how to ask. And I opted into this program because I knew it would hold me accountable, and I knew that I would end up in treatment, and that's what I ultimately wanted, and I wasn't able to get into treatment on my own at the time. Shortly after I opted in, I got really sick with blood clots in my lungs. I was in the ICU for 6 weeks and almost died. And at that point, I was desperate for change. 10 months ago, I didn't care if I lived or I died, and today I can stand here confidently saying that I want to live. And I have, on the first, I'll have 10 months clean, And that's the longest I've ever been off of heroin for like the last 10 years. And so it's a huge accomplishment for me. And I have my daughter back in my life. I have my family back in my life. I'm still in inpatient treatment. It's just in a more, it's in a recovery house setting, not so much like a structured environment. But like, there's no place that I'd rather be, because I spent many years losing myself, and I know that it's going to take more than 30-day treatment, 90-day treatment to find myself. And so for the past 10 months, I've just been working on me, and I feel very fortunate to have been able to do that. And every time I come into this courthouse, like, I get treated like a human being, not like a number. And that's so important for me, to be treated with dignity and respect. And I'm thankful for each and every one of you. Like, having you guys be proud of me and get teary-eyed when I come in, like, is so amazing. And it just makes me feel really special, and I really appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
I think you're amazing too. And we didn't know what was going to go on when you opted in, and I think you have done so much work, and it's amazing, and you look great, and I have the utter confidence that you're going to be just great from here on out.
And please come back. You would be an amazing mentor, and you know that I have a special place for you. I was filling in for Miss Castleton one day. You came in, and we were scared, and we were worried. And when you came back, Miss Castleton, I always tell you, came upstairs, and she's like, she's back. And I am so happy. I'm so happy I got to be part of this. And although you did all of this, I'm so proud.
Me too. As a defender, one of the worst things that I go through are losing my clients, because I do care about them and I care about what happens to them. And when I get those phone calls from family members or loved ones, they didn't make it, it takes a little piece of me every time, because you work so hard to keep that type of thing from happening, and it's not up to me. And when people try so hard and they don't make it, it just kills you a little bit. And to see that what you were able to come back from, and this goes for every one of you. I'm just so absolutely proud of each and every one of you. And the strength that you exhibit on a day-to-day basis to forge on through where you've come from, it's amazing. That is strength that I can only imagine. I don't think anybody here truly understands unless they've been through it. And so to you, and to Miss Berry, Miss Darnetta, and to Bridie, you're all in different stages. I love and respect each of you so much. And I know that you're going to come back and see me, and you better make sure you do it quick, because, the future is not certain. But, I just want you to know that I'm in awe of each and every one of you. And each and every one of you has changed me in some positive, wonderful, beautiful way, and I'm going to be grateful to you for the rest of my life for that. So thank you. Thank you for trusting me.
Thank you, Ms. Hawkins. So, Ms. Berry, come on back up. I forgot to give you something. Believe it or not, I'm nervous. I was a trial lawyer for 23 years and got up in front of people and talked all the time, and today I'm nervous because I don't want to blow it for you guys, but I neglected to give you your certificate of completion.
Oh, thank you.
And then, here. And then, did you have a chance to have everybody congratulate you?
Just me. I would have grabbed her.
So everybody, so you both shake hands, and then Bridie, why don't you come up and give it another round? And then, is there anything from the, I'm looking around for our third graduate, and I don't see that she made it. But is there anything that the Deputy Mayor would like to say, or that Mr. Fuller would like to say?
Well, I just want to thank you, Judge Larson and Robertson, for having this program. And I hope in the future we can support you more from upstairs. So I'd like to congratulate those who've been through the program. And you've done amazing work, and I'm very proud of you. And thank you to the mentors and to the people who help support the program. It's pretty amazing.
Thank you. That's Deputy Mayor Susan Honda. Mr. Fuller, Fire Commissioner.
Probably wondering, what does a fire commissioner have to do with community court? Judge Larson invited us to come at the first graduation, and after I came, I committed that I'll be here every time. It's an honor to be here and see what you have done in getting through to graduation. Congratulations.
Thanks. I know your experiences with people like us probably haven't been the most positive, but I think law enforcement isn't the only thing that we try to accomplish here. Having these opportunities for you as a diversion program, for people who are willing to accept it and take it, it's fantastic. So my hat's off to community court, and I hope things like this continue to grow and we have a lot more graduations.
Thank you, Kurt. Thank you. Sorry about that. I interrupted the applause. It could have been a standing ovation, but I took the mic. There you go. There you go. But my understanding, and maybe I'm wrong, but the officer that arrested Ms. Johnson believes in court? Yes. And who was that? Officer Jimenez. Come on up here. Oh, and he also arrested Ms. Gallagher, our first graduate. So Ms. Johnson, I apologize, because Ms. Johnson agreed to share her original booking photo, and I even had the screen pushed that way, but we've had such a busy morning that we're able to do that. But trust me, it would have illustrated the contrast. But apparently, you might remember Ms. Gallagher too. But do you have anything to say to these folks? JJ.
I just want to say congratulations, and like the commander was saying, this is a great opportunity, a great program, and hopefully we get more graduates. But just to recap, when I made contact, I was the nicest cop you ever met, right? and the reason why I'm involved with this because I work at the mall for 5 years.
Thank you. I very much appreciate that. And Judge Robertson?
I wanted to follow up on what a couple of you said. I think Darnetta said she thought she was going to walk around with her past on her forehead, and you stated that we treated you with dignity every time you came in. I don't even know what your past is. I've never even looked at your criminal histories, and I don't care, because to me that doesn't matter. What matters is you're here and you're willing to do what you need to do to get your life better, and you have. And so I hope that you take to heart that we're not looking at you as what your past is. We're looking at you for who you are now, and you're three of the strongest women I've ever met. So thank you so much for what you've done for us today.
Yep. I'm double miking it.
Heather say something real quick?
Ms. Gallagher? Yeah. Ms. Gallagher, do you want to come up? This is our very first graduate, and so there's 4 strong women also, because they're... 4 of the strongest women. Yes, but, so Ms. Gallagher, would you like to share anything with anybody? Your attorney put you on the spot, so...
Yeah, we talked a couple days ago.
You don't have a Fifth Amendment right anymore, apparently.
I kind of knew. Well, all I can say is that, you know, for people who are opting in, and also for the graduates, for somebody that has gone through pretty much similar things that you might have gone through, I invite you guys to really come, you know, sit in the courtroom once a month. Keep yourself grounded. Keep yourself to a point where, look how far I've come. You know, don't allow yourself, because I've had some severe issues happen with me since I've graduated. It's how you take to it, how you handle the situation. Just remember how far you've come to allow yourself to fall back over and over again. It's just, you know. So I invite you guys to come and sit in the courtroom. Just remind yourself of how far you've come, you know. And the officer that arrested me, I have to say this. When you arrested me, I told you, I remember telling you, I'm going to change my life. And I know you hear it a lot, and you don't see it often. But I want to say thank you for listening to me. And for, you may not have believed me too much, because I was pretty pretty out there at that time. But I want to thank you, because if it wasn't for that arrest, I wouldn't be here today. I go and I work in the communities. I work with people that where I was to better my growth, because it helps me grow. So please allow yourself time to grow, because this isn't it. You still have a future. You still have time to grow and learn. It's what you make of it from this point on. And please do not think that these people are not going to be here for you afterwards, because they are here for you as long as you need them. It's your choice whether to grasp it or whatever. But I'm here for you too. Janet, Lana, Kathy, Karama, Miss Castleton, Miss Dorn, Deputy Mayor, these people are all here for you. It just takes a phone call. It takes a text. It takes even coming in and seeing their faces, even if it's just their face. It keeps you grounded. It's kept me grounded. So.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So, thank you very much for being here. And Miss Gallagher, before you go, you didn't get one of these rocks before because we didn't have them, so come and pick one. And thank you for being here. And there's a person that needs to be recognized, and that's Sue White. She's arranged for all this. She arranges for the refreshments. Plus, she keeps me out of trouble as the court administrator. So that's the biggest job she does every day. So thank you very much, Sue.
We also need to thank Maggie, because
And Maggie, our clerk in court. So, okay, so let them eat cake. Let's have cake. Okay.